start. Do you have the question with you?
Yes, I
Why
do.
the question? Okay.
I even yes. I even try one of the. I have even tried the first four.
Oh, me too. I've worked on the first for this morning because I don't usually have time during the week to do anything. So when I wake up this morning, I try to work on the first four. So what I will explain this morning from the last question, the question one. I'm writing query and we are writing creating measure at the same time so that the DAS view, yeah, so is for query that you can visualize the results immediately. You can see your results like a SQL management studio. So yeah, but any query that you write here, you cannot reuse it in your any visual you want to create. So this one is for immediately results. So, but when you create a measure here, you can use it as many as you want with other question if they are related together. So that's only different between. So, and last week we created this visual question one that the city over 10,000 population. So the confusion that we have I want to go back to the visual. So we said calculate count go application 60 when last record population is greater than 10,000. So this and we drag city name here and we drag the measure that we created inside the S6. What this bar chart did last was it counts Lebanon. How many Lebanon that exist in the data set that has more than 10,000? We have 7. So sometimes when I create visual like this or write a measure, I usually do manual check to see if I'm doing the right thing. I think this table city. So I'll come here, I'll do filter, Lebanon, search for Lebanon. Yes, no. Da, Lebanon. And the table is application city.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Did you manage to open your this thing?
I opened it. I saw so many this. I don't know which one I'm picking. Cool.
This Lebanon, I'm coming. You share your this Lebanon. So we are looking for last record population more than 10,000. So you come here. That's quick check I usually do to confirm if the visual is giving me the right answer. This is 13,000. Okay. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I want to select all and I'll select this part. Select all. So we have 7. This 4,000. This one is not included. 5,300. This not included. This one too is not included. Only this part. Let me filter it again. 5,000. This one, no, this one, 3,000, 1,000, 13,000 from 30,000. So these are the 7. Lebanon repeated 7 times, and they are the last record population that are more than 10,000. That's forced to quickly check that what is happening. You understand? We have more than 7. And when we look at the more we need to, you will see the same that the city more clear. So that's how we can check. But when you come to the DAX view here and you write your query, 10,000, more than 10,000, and you run this query here, you see, this will give you all the city that the last record is more than 10,000. This query will not count. Okay, in Lebanon, we have 7 Lebanon that has a record, the last record population more than 10,000. This query will display everything. If you want your result to look like this, that you don't want to count, you can, let me click it. Sorry. Last record and city name. Let me open another. Last record, city name. You can use table instead. You drag it here, and this part, sum, you change it to not sum, and it will give you all the city. So you apply your filter here. Advanced filter, less than or equal to 10,000. Last record, you drag this part here. So less than or greater than, you come here, greater than is greater than 10,000. Apply filter. So these are all the city that last record is greater than 10,000. Do you understand what I did now? I explained like three or 4 different way that you can answer the same question. If you want to see all the city that are greater than 10,000, you use this method. You can use bar charts for it if you want, because there are a lot the bar chart will not display. So the best method is to use the table instead. So, but if you want to count each city that are greater than 10,000, you want to count how many cities that are greater than 10,000, you use the dimension that we created first for this. It will count each city that, okay, how many repeated in this table. So Lebanon has more than 10,000 7 rows. So it will count, it will give us this. It depends on which part you want to answer or which visual you want to answer. So another thing that I want to explain quickly is, you see this canvas, this dots down here, you see that it stopped. That is where my visual, I cannot add another visual under it. Like this, another visual I cannot add under it, to stop here. So for you to increase your canvas interface, so you click here and you come here, page information, canvas settings. So you come to canvas settings, you can set your width and height. to whatever you want. If I want to set my width to 1,600, I raise it and I write 1,600 here. I want my height to 1,200. So you see that I have more space to put my visual. So that is how you set your, you set your canvas. So yeah, let's continue. Question 2. Do you want to answer?
I think I share. I did. I use another method
To answer
using
which
just a
question?
simple condition. That question one to use a
Okay.
just simple conditional statement. So I'll put it on the chart. You can see, look at it, and maybe
Okay, let me
let's try it
chat
to
on
create another
chat
measure.
chat here. Okay,
This
high population,
Zoom
if
chart.
some, yes, I've seen it. So you created, I want to copy it. You created measure, right?
Yes, with this to answer question one.
The higher population city
So
by city
I
name.
now drag this one by setting it.
Yeah.
So and it
Yeah, the same method. Yeah, you can use this method. Likewise, see, I created one here too. You can drag your, if without creating a measure, you can use your latest record population. New York is the first city. Las Vegas. If you see this report, a visual here and your visual here, it's mostly like same. You can write a measure to extract the highest city, the city greater than 10,000. If you are convinced that you want to do quick visualization, you can use your latest. That's what I did here. I use latest record, drag it into my y-axis. Even though if I want to limit my this thing to top 10 without 10,000, without using 10,000, you can apply your filter here. You want the top 10, you click on basic, top 10, you put your 10 here with what? With some of latest, you apply your filter. Sometimes, unless sometimes you don't need to create a measure before you answer your question. The advantages of measure is you may want to use that measure that you create in another visual. You understand? You may come across another question that you want to use that measure that you created first in that question. That is the advantage of. But if you don't have any other question that you want to create and you want to use for the measure for, you can do your quick measure. You can come here and click new quick measure and you perform your magic. So thank you for that, sir. So let me close everything that I was playing with. So I'll close this one too. I'll close this one too. And let me put yours here, question 1. This is the same thing that I question. So yeah, so that we can. Question 2, city, find the top city with highest population. So I can create measure for that. And if I like, I'll do quick measure for that. The highest city name, the top 10. That's what I did before. No, Bashat, I want Bashat. So I don't want map now. You drag this, you drag city name. So And top 10, you come to filter here. Under the basic filtering, you come here and you click top 10 and you put your 10 by which value the latest, the sum of. So this top 10 by city name, top 10 city by population. So this is question 2. Let's put it here. You can write measure for it if you want, and you can write your query. You can come down to that query here, and let me see if no, I've not written. Let me write the question down here. So evaluate top, and you put 10 inside, and we want to select column city name, and the latest record population. So you select column, so we want to select the application city by city, comma, for city, we put it in double quotation, and application name again by city name, we want city name, comma, and we want population. I think it was my network that messed up. Let me share again. So population, and Mr. Wab, can you reduce the volume of the Quran?
Okay.
Application city latest record population. So we close population by descending. Okay. So this is query. Our query is saying that we want top 10 and we want to select city population, city name and population, the latest record. First, you have to call your table. I first call my table, application city, and this city is for application city name. I want application city name to name city, and I want the application city latest record population to be named population, and I want to sort it by descending. So this is the top 10. So this is how you write your query. You want a quick result or you want a quick check. So you can write your query here. But if you want to the visual part of it, you drag your city name here, the latest record population here, and you perform your filter down here. Okay, so now is it. Question 3. Display all customers ordered alphabetically. So we are working on sales.customer. So anybody going to help me out with that part? So if I want to see the visualization of it, or it depends, I may start with table. Customer table down here. Customer table. Says customer. So the question, display all customer order alphabetically. So we need a customer name and we need customer ID. So I don't want to summarize. I'll come here, do not summarize. So this is it, the table. I think the table will be perfect fit for this answer. So alphabetically, you can come here and you sort by customer name. Sort by customer name. This I want from ascending order from A to, so you click on this part. So it will sort from A to Z. So, and if you think that, okay, let me write a query, because you can come down here, you evaluate first, customer, I think I evaluate, select customer. Anytime you want to select a column from your table, you start with select columns function. So select column, customer ID, customer name, and you order by customer name. You want your query, this is it. So Akriti is the first. When you come here, you see that Akriti is the first. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to stop me. So the next question, find stock items with a unit price greater than 100. So we are working on stock item table. Warehouse stock item table, yes, yeah, this one. And find stock item with unit price. Yeah, I can create a measure for this, and I can do my quick measure without create additional measure. But let's first create a measure. I'll show you the two method. I think I created it before. So item over $100, you calculate, you want to count a row stock, warehouse stock items, where stock item unit is greater than 100. So when you want to apply it to your, I may drag this one now here. I can use the card to know the number of stock items that are greater, that's over 100. We have 20 stock items that are more than 100. I can use this card if I don't want to use another visual. And moreover, I can use bar charts, or let me put it here, down here. And I put stock item name to know stock item name. Yes, this one, and the unit price. So now this is everything, but I may close this because it did not give me the calculation for over. So you see this, it gave me the everything one. So the best option to use here is using table. And when you create, another thing I will tell you, that when you create a measure, you cannot perform do not summarize this part. You cannot do that. The only time you can do not summarize, or you want to change it to percentage, you want to do this count, you can only use the column direct here, and you calculate do not summarize on it, and you perform your filter here. You want stock name that's over basic, greater than, under advanced, setting under basic filtering. Greater than 100 filter. So these are the
Sorry,
stock
but
name.
can you repeat the process again?
Okay, I'll close everything and I'll start over so that you can understand. So my question is that when you want to question 4 say that find the stock with a unit price greater than 100. So, and we have 20. We created a measure here. This measure that filter all the stock unit price greater than $100. So if I want to use, I don't want to use another visual. Okay, I just want to view, okay, how many stock items that are greater than $100. I can use card. We have 20. And I was saying that if you want to use like a bar chart or table, for example, you want to use a table to see, okay, I want to see, we have 20, fine, but I want to see the stock item name that are over $100. So instead of you using this measure here, that's 20, and you come down here and stock name, it will give you all the 20 stock item name that have over $100. This one question here, but I want to see the amount in front of each stock name. I'll come here. I'm creating another table so that it depends on the question, how you want to present your answer to anybody. So stock item name, unit price here. Let me drag it little. This unit price here. I'll come to the filter here. So I want to show item when the value is more than 100. I'll use greater than, and I'll put 100 here. Apply filter. These are the 20 stock that are, the first one here, 10 millimeter double-sided bubble wrap 50. So it's 105. So these are all the stock item name that are over
So how you
$100.
did do not summarize, because you did do not summarize in the other one that you did.
No, I did
So
not
that
do
was what I was trying
no, I
to.
did not do not summarize. I said when you use a measure, you cannot do not summarize on the measure here. When you click on the
You,
measure here, you cannot do
you
not
provided that.
summarize.
I thought you provided another alternative.
Yeah, you cannot do not summarize, but when you use your direct unit sum of unit price, you can apply do not summarize.
Okay.
So, but I don't want to do not summarize because I want to know the sum of unit price for each stock item name. If I put do not summarize here, it will not summarize the last part. Yes, it will remove it. Here, the reason why I cannot do not summarize here because the item over this it does not have the option of do not summarize because it's a measure. But under the stock name, you see that we have do not summarize because stock name is a character, is a text. We only apply do not summarize on numeric value. So when I come back here, so when I say do not summarize, you see that for the second part that I use the unit price direct, but I don't want to apply that. I want to see all my, yes, I can apply do not summarize so I don't see the total part of it. Because I click on this, that's why it's showing me that. So this is the output. You only apply do not summarize on numeric value. But when you write your measure, you cannot apply do not summarize on measure query when you put on measure query because this unit price is direct from the table. So it's not a measure. But the one with a measure, this one, I cannot apply do not summarize. You see? So so You can apply your condition, but we are not going there. Maybe we'll find another question that I'll teach you how to apply condition on the tables. So for the question 4, we have four different answers. You can use your KPI card to see how many item over 100 is 20. And here you want to see the name of item stock. You can apply it this way, but this one will show you the item stock name and unit price. You can see that you have all the unit price that are over $100. So, and you can come to that query and write your query to see this. I think I wrote it. Select column. I told you earlier that whenever you want to select specific columns from your table, you start evaluate select columns. So I want to filter. I first filter the stock item unit price because I'm looking for all the unit price over $100. And also I want to extract the custom stock item name and unit price. When I run this part, so these are the stock name over 100. When you come here and you look here, you see that the first, when I sort by, let me sort by as, just start by stock name, yes. Here, cushion machine blue is 1,899. When you come to your query here, you see that here cushion machine is 1,899. So either you write your query to see your results or you use it here. You can turn this one to table, to stock name, unit price here. So you can sort by unit price. So you can turn it to visual. It depends on the parts you want. So I've shown you 4 different parts. You can use this as a card, table, bar chart, or you write your query down here. So any question? If you have a question, please stop me. Question 5, list all supplier purchase, all supplier. We are using purchasing supplier. So I'll apply the same method for that too. Let's see. So I can write my measure for that. I want to calculate, but I don't think I need measure for that. I can use it directly from supplier table, supplier purchasing table. Okay, this one. So the question said that list all suppliers. So we are coming down to suppliers. Do we have suppliers name? Yes, suppliers name. No, undo. Let's come down here. Suppliers name. List all suppliers. So these suppliers, we can add supplier ID with it, right? Please, let's answer it together. Supplier ID. Supplier ID, supplier name. Yeah, I can write because they want us to list all the suppliers. So these are the suppliers in the suppliers table. I don't think we can using bar chart because I like bar charts. Supplier name here. No, table, I don't want to count. Let's use table because we have 1, 2, supplier name. Do not summarize now. So these are the suppliers. So we have 13 suppliers. So you can come here and write the same query, evaluate, select supplier name, the same. Don't let's repeat the same thing. Like evaluate, select column, you write your supplier ID, supplier purchase, supplier ID, supplier name, and you sort by order. So find all order places after January 1st, 2026. So we are working on order table. Let's come here. Order table. Do you have any question, please? Or anybody can sort this part before we come back. We are working on order table. It says order. Yeah. Who wants to solve this question? Question 6. You know that we have a condition. We are looking after dates that are greater than 2026 January 1. So here I would like to write I can apply, I'll show you 2 or 3 different methods to do it, but let's start with measure. Let's write measure for this. Orders after 2016. So calculate sales order, calculate, we want all order that are more than after 2026